So then, welcome back to part three and all about sleep. Sleep again is tied in with all the other kind of factors. It's not just one factor alone. And I think if I was to ask you, how was your sleep last night? I think almost every single one of you would say it was okay. Could have been better, and I think most importantly, most of us actually say could have slept for longer. Now, with that being said, sleep, unfortunately, is one of another things which goes as soon as we are stressed, because usually when you get to go to bed, either the night before or a couple of days before, obviously a big exam, big presentation, or some new thing happening at work, you've usually got a million things going around in your head and just thinking about things the next couple of days, which means your body doesn't switch off to go to sleep. So unfortunately, this is not ideal because A, we need our sleep to kind of perform at our best, and B, as it says on the slide, sleep is great for the healing process and restoring the body, so obviously helping with your injury and helping repair cells and regeneration and all that. So with that, a good night's sleep helps actually reduce your stress by dropping your heart rate, and this in turn then drops your blood pressure. So with that, obviously now you know a little bit of how this obviously interacts then obviously with stress, because with stress, obviously the first thing to go up is your heart rate, and obviously this increases your blood pressure. So sleep can help counteract that. But what I can maybe hear you saying to me now is, wow, it's all well and good saying sleep will help this, but I can't actually get to sleep, Rob. So a couple of kind of good ideas to have a go at the next few days. Again, some of it's linked back with what I said about helping with stress. So a key thing to do is, say you want to go to bed at maybe a bit optimistic, but 10:30 at night. Say maybe start going to bed, winding down at maybe 10 o'clock. So what you could do for that half an hour gap is some mindfulness and meditation, and obviously this helps with your breathing, which will help drop your heart rate, and it may even help stop things running around your head so much, so that when it gets to 10:30 at night, you can switch off a little bit more, enabling you to get to sleep a little quicker. So that's one kind of idea to have a go at. Now, the other thing is, again, it's kind of tied in with, like I just said, about if you've got a million things going around in your head, which is the last thing your body then wants to do is switch off. And the idea there is, again, science has found that journaling is actually great stuff for kind of unpacking what's going on in your head and putting it down in writing. It's something about putting it down in writing which seems to almost like take it out of your head and kind of put it to one side, and it then stops you. Now you've got it written down, it then actually stops you kind of churning over with it and just keep on repeating the same thing over and over again whilst you're looking at the clock, and you suddenly realise it's 3 a.m. and you're still not slept. So that's another kind of option to have a go at. I mean, you could kind of interlink that with meditation, so you can do maybe 15 minutes of journaling, and then the last 15 minutes do meditation before you then head off to actual sleep. So both of those processes will help stop your brain going mad, and also help kind of relax your body, reducing the heart rate, which will then put you in a better place to then go to sleep, which will then in turn snowball and hopefully help you even more. So sleep is not just good for obviously just helping your heart rate and helping your body get back to a more kind of better baseline. It also helps with the healing process. So when you go into your non-REM sleep, which is rapid eye movement sleep, the pituitary gland actually releases your growth hormones in your body that help stimulate muscle repair and growth. And so obviously that's great, especially for acute injuries such as muscle tears and everything. So that will help obviously really speed up the healing and recovery process for your body. And it's not just the actual release of the hormones that sleep will help. It's the fact that when you fall into those deeper stages of sleep as well, more blood flow goes to your muscles and the rest of your body rather than your brain. So it allows more transfer of nutrients, oxygen, and all the other good example for what I just talked about in the previous slide, hormones, get to your body in more amounts, and it obviously gets to you quicker because more blood flow is going around the rest of your body. So obviously then that helps with your muscles and cell regeneration, and basically just renewing and refreshing your body. So that, in a nutshell, is how sleep can help you. So kind of the key take homes for helping you then get to sleep like I said, is the journaling, which is just basically writing down. There's videos on YouTube which can kind of teach you how to journal, but for example, for me, what's helped me is just literally writing down anything that's kind of in your head that's just going around in circles. Just some days I found that I'm just writing maybe a sentence or so, even though it feels like I've got loads more to say. And then other days I can write a few A5 pages of what's going on in my head. But like I said, whatever it is, it just kind of helps you kind of unpack that from your brain and kind of pop it to one side, which then helps you get to sleep. And like I said, the other thing is meditation. So like I said in the stress video, I've got the vouchers for the Calm app to have a go at help kind of putting your mind at ease, again unpacking your brain and stopping all the cogs and that going round 3 times as fast as they should be. And it also helps with like your breathing, which like I said in turn helps with your heart rate, blood pressure and everything else, helping you be more relaxed, helping with stress, and now obviously also sleep. So there we go. That's it from me today, all about sleep. In the next video, I'm going to talk about how exercise affects like the rehab side of things, and also what happens with like your injury and obviously being unable to do as much exercise, or maybe potentially even not able to exercise at all, certain areas of your body. And yeah, so I look forward to seeing you in the next video. If you have any more questions about sleep or want to look at it further, feel free to contact me. I can put you in touch with some great books for further reading. But like I said, that's it from me. See you guys in the next video.